All right, friends. Hello, my name is Juliana. I am here to talk to you about the gates and the gene key archetypes today. I'm a quantum human design specialist, a holistic trauma therapist, and a soul coach here to guide people to remember the magic and possibility available to them at any time. So I love talking about the gates and the gene keys because this really relates to the archetypal energy available to us in the world at any time. But I'm discussing it in a way that looks at the transits, and that can be really supportive for us as we move through our own shadow work that then ripples out into the collective. So this video is about gate 19 or gene key 19, and the transit that is happening goes from January 28th, 2023 to February 1st. And I will start with the human design portion and then move on to the gene key portion. So in the human design body graph, gate 19 is in the root center and it connects to the emotional solar plexus through gate 49. And the circuitry associated with gate 19 is tribal and ego. The name of this in quantum human design language is the Gate of Attunement, and in traditional human design language, it is the Gate of Wanting. And in the I Ching, the original archetypal energy and communication around all of this energy that we're talking about today it's the name translated. It is called the approach of spring. So if we look at this gate, this is a highly empathic gate. Often people who have this gate active in their human design chart or in their gene key chart, they are going to have a very heightened connection to other people, but also the animal kingdom. And this gate is really here for, it helps us to sense the emotional needs of others and in community. Tribal energy is really about making sure that everyone in the tribe is well cared for. When we have this gate active or this gate is activated through the transits, it can cause you to be overly sensitive. So you become way too sensitive to the needs of others, in where you compromise your own wants or needs, or you shut down your own wants and needs completely. It can also cause us to disconnect from others as a way to cope with being sensitive. This gate on the shadow side can also cause us to be emotionally clingy or needy, where we're looking for that okayness from someone outside of us, where we're looking for our partners or our friends to tell us that we're okay, to fulfill that deep sensitivity that we have inside. So ideally, this gate, and this is what this transit is teaching us, it's knowing how to use your sensitive nature. And whether you have this gate defined or not, we all have this available to us. So it's you knowing how to use your sensitivity to other people and what they need to help create resources for all, to help make sure that everyone is taken care of without compromising your own needs and who you are. It's about learning how to create sustainably for the benefit of all. And it's about learning how to become intimate and being in intimate relationships without becoming codependent or shutting our emotions down. So the gene key, Richard Rudd gave this overview name as the future human being. And I love this because the shadow side of this is codependence. And codependence is a word that's used a lot in the world of psychology and self-development these days. And it's a good word to describe what can play out when we are very sensitive to the needs of others, when we have experienced trauma that then heightens that sensitivity. And at the end of the day, what codependence really is this disconnection from our own innate worth, value, and divinity. And we've seen this play out throughout the ages when we look at religion, when we look at the idea of gurus or teachers, and we're kind of seeing this shift right now, right? Religions, these ideas of people who are all-knowing and have this connection, direct connection to God, and are the transmitters of that to their people. This is kind of starting to crumble. We've been seeing gurus in the yoga world that they are coming out, their true humanity is coming out in their own shadows, right? And so this shadow of codependency puts someone outside of us in a place of knowing better, knowing what is for us. Let me say that one more time. So it is taking our inner knowing and it is basically giving it away to someone else because we don't believe that we know what is right for us, and we don't believe that we are connected to divinity, and we don't believe that we have that inherent worth and value inside of us. And we've seen this shift a lot, as I said, in religions and gurus. We also see this in just our regular Western world existences where women are no longer dependent on men for their survival, right? Women have jobs, women do all sorts of things that we never used to do. And we're seeing this shift of this codependency also in the realm of work. So entrepreneurship is becoming more and more popular. People are breaking free from external promises and safety, right? If you work at this job for 50 years, then you get a pension and you're part of a union and we will always keep you safe, right? That's that message from having a career where you get all of your benefits paid for and your pension and all of that stuff, right? And this is shifting as people begin to tap more into their innate power, into their connection with the universe, into believing that perhaps abundance is available in a different way than it has. So codependency and independency, being codependent and independent, are kind of two sides of the same coin. No, hear me out, because codependency is looking for someone to fill us up, to remind us that we are worthy, someone outside of us to remind us that we are valuable, to remind us that we are safe. And when we are highly independent, this is where we cut off from the whole. We think, I can only be my own source of safety. I can't trust anyone else. I need to be fully, I can be the only person that I can trust. I can't trust anything outside of me. And we're actually somewhere in between, right? We're interdependent, relational beings. Everything that we see, like everything around me right now, right? Whether it's the light or the plants or the birds flying outside or my computer talking to you, everything around us that we see, touch, smell, taste, and experience has an interdependent relationship with the world around us. Because we're all connected in one, and yet we are also individuals. It's kind of confusing, and one of the greatest dilemmas I think that exists for us as humans. How can we be individuals and unique, and how can we also know that we are an integral part of the amazing mosaic that is humanity, the amazing mosaic that is energy, and not cut ourselves off from that, but also not give ourselves our power away to that. It is this constant dance for people. So the shadow is of codependence, where we continually give our power away to an outside source. The gift is that of sensitivity. And in order to move from the shadow of codependence to the gift of sensitivity, we need to learn how to see, experience, and feel what is happening around us, but from a sovereign place, meaning that you know you're connected, but that you are also a highly powerful, independent being, as are they, the other people around you, the other people you're in relationship with. And so this gift of sensitivity is about feeling the energy of your environment and not having it impact the way you are feeling, not having it take you out, right? I have experienced that idea of codependency as a projector with an open G center. I can be very attuned to the energy of other people, and an open emotional solar plexus. And so when I feel the energy of others, especially when I was younger, if someone was unhappy around me, I would then become unhappy, and that would take me out at the knees. It would ruin my entire day. But now I can tap into the energy of a crowd, of my partner, of my friends, and my clients, and bear witness to their discomfort or whatever is going on for them, and intimately understand it because I'm feeling it, but not identifying to it, not taking that on as my own. So because this is very tribal energy, it allows us, when we can tap into that gift of sensitivity and not over-identify with what's going on around us, it allows us to go, oh, that person is sad, that person's experiencing anxiety or depression. I think I know what might be able to support them. I think I know what might need to change in order to help them, right? And that is such a gift for our people, for the people around us, to understand what they're feeling without taking it on and without the pressure of needing to change it because it makes us uncomfortable. This gene key is also very connected to our ability, same with the gate, gate 19, that connection to other realms, to animals, to other dimensions. It deepens our connection with nature, right? We become interdependent to our environment, to not only what we see, but also what we feel, also different energy frequencies that are available to us that are existing in this apparent space, right? But we now know this isn't space, right? There's a lot of energy happening here. And so during this transit, this is a time for you to really tap into, okay, what does codependency mean for me? Is it playing out in my life? Where is it playing out? And how can I start to turn it into interdependence? How can I use this ability to sense what's going on for someone else for the benefit of all? And I'll give you a hint. It requires being in your body. It requires you grounding into your body and cultivating safety within yourself. So if you are picking up on a lot of energy from your partner or a loved one, and you can feel that it's very uncomfortable for them, you can feel it in your own body, you begin to feel as angry as they are, or you begin to feel stressed out when a moment or an hour ago you weren't, it's important for you to ground. And so you can do this just by imagining a grounding cord moving from the base of your spine down into the center of the earth. And you can do this also by putting a hand on your heart and a hand especially on your solar plexus, your power center, just kind of right above the belly button and below the sternum. And this felt sense on your body will then generate through the nervous system a sense of safety. And then you need to breathe, right? This gift from codependency to sensitivity is a very felt sense practice. It is about learning how to cultivate safety in your body and learning how to feel okay even if someone is not. Now, one more hint for you that I have learned over time, that our auras have a certain field, right? They move out to a certain direction. Now, if I'm around my partner, for example, who is having an emotional experience, and I can feel it impacting me, what I will actually do is, even if I step about 6 feet away from him, if he's sitting at the kitchen table and I go and stand on the other side of the kitchen island to talk to him, I can then feel myself coming back into my own body, not identifying with his emotions, and being able to then have a conversation about whatever he's going through without feeling the need to change it or distance myself from it. So I hope this helps. Enjoy this transit. Be curious about what you're experiencing here. And if you found this video useful, I would really appreciate it if you liked or subscribed. Thank you so much for watching, and wishing you the most magical day.